Welcome to your Pisces full moon yoga experience. We're going to be working with the Piscean qualities of sleep and restfulness. Pisces rules over our dreams and loves to rejuvenate in sleep, as well as daydream, contact the astral world, even tap into the Akashic records through the dream state. We're going to be doing some yoga nidra, yogic sleep, and maybe even talking about lucid dreaming. Pisces loves the mystery and the mysticism of spirituality. Pisces, perhaps the most spiritual sign, loves to explore and get a little bit out there. So go ahead and grab your crystals if that is feeling resonant for you, or any spiritual accessories to enhance your yoga experience today and create a very spiritual atmosphere. You may like to create a small altar or even light a candle, light some incense to support you to up-level this experience. So this is the full moon time. It's a culmination during the full moon. The energy is elevated and high. And here we have Pisces on the polarity with Virgo here. So looking at how we can bring spirituality in our day-to-day life, especially since Virgo rules over our daily life. And Pisces is that super spiritual, vast, expansive essence. Let's begin. Go ahead and grab some restorative yin props like pillows you might have. Come to a meditation posture on your mat, gently softening the gaze and closing down the eyes, looking inward at that vast expanse of consciousness within. Inhaling, nourishing the body, and exhaling, releasing any tension. Slowly drawing the senses inward, pratyahara. As you continue to inhale and exhale, breathing here, begin to deepen the breath. Inhaling deeply and exhaling deeply at your own pace. We're going to bring our hands to our heart center, pressing the hands together at the heart, Untitled Chakra. Connecting into the heart center, taking a moment to breathe into the heart space. Opening, activating, and awakening your heart chakra. This is your antenna or your energy center, connecting you to unconditional loving kindness and compassion without object or attachment. That vast space of endless love. Breathing into the heart center, we're going to chant a mantra, a favorite mantra of the yogis as we dedicate our practice to the healing of the collective, offering up your practice to a higher purpose, collective healing, with our mantra, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free from suffering. May all beings be happy and free. Please chant this mantra with me if you know it, or feel free just to listen as you continue to connect to your heart center, into this Piscean energy of unconditional spiritual love, a transcendent love. And inhaling to begin. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta Sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Breathing in and releasing the hands, palms facing upwards on the knees, perhaps bringing the thumb and the index finger together in Hamsasya or Gnana Mudra, this wisdom seal. Continuing to breathe, perhaps even bringing in that favorite Ujjayi breath. Listening to the sound of the breath and letting it take you deeper into the present moment. We're going to begin our beautiful Pisces full moon yoga experience with a Hatha yoga posture in our Paschimottanasana, forward fold. So bringing the feet out in front of you with the legs straight, take a moment to press the palms down into the earth with the fingertips facing forward. Getting longer, pressing, lifting up. Maybe if you have really long arms and a super strong core, you can lift yourself off the floor. Or just completing this Dandasana. Bringing your props, such as your pillow, in front of you here. You might even like to bring your bolster or a block onto your legs. We're going to surrender into this yin posture and actually make it more of a Hatha yoga posture. I'll explain more in a moment. Let's just sit up straight and come bow forward. If you would like to put some pillows or even your rolled up blanket under your knees, feel free to support yourself here as we surrender and release into our yin pose in order to support our sleep. Completing this practice towards the end of your day will really help you wind down so that you can come into a beautiful night's rest. Of course, our sleep being so important. How can we improve our sleep hygiene, especially during the polarity of Pisces, this Virgo season, in our daily habits and routines? Getting our evening practice flowing, ritualized, and habituated in a beautiful routine. Doing some yin yoga restorative practices before bed is a wonderful way to support your sleep hygiene. Breathing and releasing deeper into this yin posture. We're going to be here for a few minutes. So starting to come into stillness once you've adjusted yourself and found the right props to support you. We're not trying to get into our deepest stretch here. We're working to actually bypass the muscle and get into the connective tissue. And that's possible because the muscle is relaxed. We're not actively engaging the muscles here. Rather, we're bypassing the muscle, getting into the vasha connective tissue to start to loosen up the holding patterns of the body and reshape the body. Similar to placing braces on your teeth, we're reshaping the body and creating greater mobility. And as we continue to hold here in this beautiful restorative yin forward fold, noticing changes, shifts, and see if you can just surrender even more. Perhaps the breath will take you there. And as you remain in this beautiful posture, being grateful for the hyaluronic acid that will be released in your joints, in your body rather, when you hold the posture for a sustained period of time, your body will start releasing that much desired youthful serum of hyaluronic acid. And so too, the scar tissue will slowly start to be scraped away, removed as you hold. Now let's bring this and make it into a Hatha yoga experience. So stay here in this beautiful surrendered yin posture. And if we were just to keep this as a yin posture, we'd let the mind daydream. We could, of course, introduce a mindfulness practice, but in yin, we're actually just letting the mind wander and daydream and process, because we recognize and acknowledge that the dream state, the daydreams are vital. It's often where we get our best ideas from. Tapping into the intuition of the daydream. So we'll just leave that yin experience of the daydream for a moment and rather engage the power of our awareness, making this into a Hatha yoga posture by focusing in on our root chakra, working with the chakras as a meditation on Muladhara, the earth element. So Pisces loves spiritual experiences as well as altered states of consciousness. So our chakras, they can really help us to perceive the world in an entirely different way as we begin to work with energy. So here, shifting the awareness to the level of the root, it's your perineum. So at the level of the genitals and the anus. There at your seat is your root chakra. It's a little antenna for you to connect into the universal Muladhara chakra, so the global universal earth element. What is the quality of earth? See if you can perceive or even imagine, visualize a ball of energy. Perhaps it's green, representing the earth, or maybe it's red, like the fertile soil. Perhaps there's a color you associate with the earth that you want to invite into your visualization. As you draw your attention to the root, feeling energy here as you meditate on the earth element. Feeling heavy like the earth. Grounded, stable, supported, trusting, and secure. Our healthy root chakra indicates these beautiful virtues, the stabilizing force. We can use this technology of our forward fold, our yoga asana, to connect into that virtue and quality of the earth. Keeping the mind focused there on your root chakra. Another contemplation for your root, Muladhara, is to contemplate the animal correspondence, which would be like an elephant, a big, heavy animal. And the taste associated with our root chakra, Muladhara, is, or rather our sensory experience, our sense connected with our root chakra is smell. So as you continue to breathe here, really engaging your olfactory system from the net level of the nose. And just noticing, maybe you know a friend or you have an extrasensory sense of smell, and thus can indicate a very powerful, strong root chakra. Or maybe you have a very weak sense of smell. Can indicate a need to really work on this. As well as any feelings of anxiety, could also be a feeling of unrooted, ungrounded, unstable. Financial problems can also correspond to an imbalanced root chakra. Of course, this is not in a dogmatic way or to induce fear in anyone, rather as a helpful tool, a somatic experience. So as you've continued to focus here on your root chakra for another moment, feeling into trustworthiness, and perhaps setting an intention to cultivate more trust and stability in your daily habits and routines. Before releasing, placing your block aside, and it coming up. Beautiful, great job. We're going to roll down onto the back to continue our exploration of the Pisces energy. As I said, Pisces rules over dreams and the dream state. So we're really working on surrendering and turning inwards, internalizing. Even though it's a full moon full of energy, we're working with the energy to support us to really go into a lucid state. Pisces does really well when Piscean energy is very lucid, especially in the beautiful, empathic, compassionate moon in Pisces. So rather than harshly, sternly focused or being perfectionistic, there's a lucidity that washes over us, like we're daydreaming. And then we're going to rock up and down the sacrum here, continuing just to integrate in that forward fold, that beautiful long hold we did. So we're going to rock up and down along the sacred bone, the three fused vertebra, the low back, the back of the pelvic bowl there, and rocking side to side, releasing the hips, and rocking clockwise and counterclockwise at your own pace, following your body's needs. Gorgeous. So before surrendering fully, we're gonna bring our knees in and hug our knees, clasping our hands over our elbows, folding our hands, such like this, and lifting the neck up. We're going to now focus on our navel, our solar plexus, Manipura Chakra. So getting into the Manipura Chakra, we're skipping the second chakra, just jumping over to the third for a minute, just to bring in some fire towards the beginning of our practice. Bringing the head in and focusing in on the navel and willpower, the fire element at the solar plexus. You might even imagine a sun at your navel center. And if you want to bring this more into a Kundalini Yoga experience, you can engage your Kapalabhati breathing. So that is a forceful exhale with the navel pulsing in. And continuing to pulse the navel in as you breathe, a forceful exhale with an automatic inhale. Cultivating that fire, perhaps feeling the heat generating in your body. You can release the breath at any time. If you need to, bring the neck down for a second before coming back up to cultivate that willpower of the fire element at the solar plexus. This is our qualities of leadership. And just staying here for another few moments, perhaps with your Kapalabhati breathing, or just cultivating the willpower and releasing this Hatha Yoga meditation and surrendering onto your back here, stretching the legs out in front of you. Mini Shavasana. Noticing the reverberation of the asana. Noticing any heat that was generated in the body, feeling it spread out through your entire being. Manipura Chakra, fire element at the navel, the solar plexus. An imbalanced fire element, Manipura Chakra, can be like excessive anger, rage, egoism, even violence. And a harmonious solar plexus manifests as courage, confidence, determination, willpower, and leadership. And placing the knees on the ground perhaps as you roll over to your stomach. Now we're going to activate our second chakra, the water element, specifically important for our Pisces full moon, Pisces being the ultimate water sign. I'd argue the most watery of the water signs, but maybe not. Pisces, the water element. So here we're connecting the sacral chakra, the second chakra, Svadhisthana chakra. This is the sexual center also of creativity and imagination. So here we're going to place the forehead on the earth, bringing the hands back towards the feet, and we're going to flip the wrists up and make them into fists. So the palms are facing up, and I've made fists, mushti mudra, and I'm going to tuck them underneath me. So this could be one option. Another option is flip the wrists over, so the palms are facing down, and then placing the hands underneath you. I hope my microphone still works. So then we're going to lift the legs like this and pressing down into the earth. You could also make fists facing down or up depending on what works for you. Down is preferred. And lifting the legs up here. This is a Hatha Yoga posture to activate your Svadhisthana chakra, the second chakra. So finding a way that works for you. And releasing the arms. And perhaps coming up into our Sphinx pose. Or just releasing the forehead onto the earth. We're going to come into a second round of this challenging posture to activate and engage our second chakra, Svadhisthana chakra, the water element. It's at the level of the genitals. And here we're awakening and activating, meditating on our creativity, imagination, and sexuality. And one more time, placing the forehead on the earth, the hands come back, fingers are facing backwards. You can make fists or keep the palms flat. If this is not accessible for you, try it with the palms facing down. However, the preferential posture is with the wrists facing downwards. And we're just gonna tuck the hands underneath the thighs, and we're going to lift the legs up. And release. Shaking out the hips if you need to, and then pressing back into a child's pose. Coming into a child's pose, surrendering, releasing. Perhaps that took you out of your comfort zone. I know it's a very bizarre Hatha Yoga posture. It's a very old, very traditional Hatha Yoga exercise. Releasing in your child's pose, surrendering any tension in the hips. Just taking a moment here to turn inwards. And then coming forward again onto your belly, we're going to modify that traditional Hatha Yoga posture and use our Shalabhasana instead to activate the second chakra. Although this is also a heart-opening posture, we're going to focus on pressing the pubic bone down into the earth. So feeling that sacral area Second chakra activated, turning on that beautiful energetic quality. Here we're just exploring and practicing being energetic beings. So just enjoy and have fun with it. Try to be playful, activating your creativity. And we're just going to lift up into Shalabhasana, pressing the pubic bone down. The shoulders lift off the earth. My crown is staying long rather than tweaking my neck. And my legs are actively reaching back towards the wall. My toes are pointed and my fingers are also reaching back very actively towards my feet. However, I'm focusing my awareness on the second chakra at the level of the genitals, Svadhisthana. And breathing here. See how long you can stay in this posture. And if you need to come out, then come back up for this meditation. Beautiful. And release. Perhaps swaying the hips side to side and pressing back one more time into our child's pose. And coming back onto the back for a Yoga Nidra experience here. Surrendering, coming into stillness. Finding Shavasana, final resting posture to our mini practice. Scanning the body from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes. Perhaps imagining a warm wave of relaxation coming over the crown, melting the features of the face, surrendering any tension in the shoulders, the chest, the underarms, surrendering and releasing tension in the arms, the chest, the stomach, the pelvic bowl. Releasing tension in the quads, the hamstrings, the inner thigh, the outer thigh, the knees, the calves, the ankles, the toes, the feet. Feeling the harmonious distribution of all the energy we cultivated in these simple, short Hatha Yoga experiences throughout the entire being. Cultivating a sensation of floating, a dissolving of the body outline, merging with the space around you. And as I call out different parts of the body, just bringing your awareness to those parts of the body, staying lucid, and asking these parts of your body to relax. Relaxing the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Relaxing the bottom of the feet and the top of the feet, the right ankle, the right calf, the right shin, the right knee, the inner thigh, outer thigh, quadricep, hamstring. Relaxing the right hip, the ball and socket joint. Relaxing the entire right leg together. Relax the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. Relax all the toes. Relax the bottom of the left foot, the top of the left foot, the heel, the ankle. Relax the calf and the shin. Relax the left kneecap, the knee, the back of the knee, the quadricep, the left hamstring and inner thigh, outer thigh. Relax the left hip and ball and socket joint. Relax the entire left leg together. Relax both legs together. Relax the pelvic bowl. Relax the sacrum, the glutes. Relax the ovaries. Relax your stomach and your back. Relaxing the rib cage, all the internal organs, the lungs and diaphragm. Relaxing the intercostal muscles between the ribs. Relaxing the side waist. Relaxing the shoulder blades. The upper back and the shoulders. Relaxing the right shoulder, the right armpit, and the right bicep. Relaxing the right forearm and the left thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger. Relaxing the palm of the hand. And relaxing the entire right arm together. Relaxing scanning your awareness up to relax your chest, sternum, clavicles, scalenes. Relaxing the left shoulder, the left underarm, the left bicep, and the left elbow. Relaxing the forearm, the thumb, the first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, and fifth finger. Relax the entire left hand together. And scanning your awareness back up, relaxing the entire left arm. Relaxing, again, the chest, the sternum. Relaxing the neck, the esophagus, the throat. Relaxing the ears, the inner ear canal, and the back of the head, top of the head. See if you can relax every hair on your head. And relaxing the forehead and the eyebrows. Relaxing the eyelids and the eyelashes. Relaxing the nose and the nostrils. Relaxing the chin, the lips, your teeth, your tongue, your cheeks. Now relaxing the entire body together. The whole body together. The whole body together. And in this lucid, relaxed state, bringing your awareness to your heart center and planting a seed of intention, a sankalpa, seed of desire to grow until the next full moon. In your heart, an intention purpose, for a quality, virtue, item, relationship, dynamic, anything you want to cultivate. Planting that seed in the heart. And releasing all intention, surrendering fully, and resting. And as you continue to release and surrender, rest here in this beautiful Yoga Nidra, bring forward a empty meadow in your mind's eye, a vast and expansive field. Perhaps there are flowers and a creek, even a river, tall trees. Maybe there are animals. And as you move into this safe space in this beautiful meadow, you are walking as your most authentic self, your highest self. And as you continue to walk through this meadow as your highest self, just notice what that feels like, what you're wearing, the expression on your face, the emotion that you're feeling. How are you interacting with the world around you? Where are you going? Now moving through as your highest and most authentic self, finding a place in this meadow to sit down and be nourished, imagining a healing light coming up through the earth, healing your entire being, nourishing you with the most loving energy, a compassionate energy washing over you as this light illuminates your entire being. And you feel so at peace, so surrendered. And as you drink in this beautiful healing light, you notice in the distance someone approaching. And perhaps this person is someone you love and care for very much. And as you get up, walking towards this person, you feel an overwhelming feeling of warm, healing, unconditional, loving kindness and compassion beaming out of your heart and reaching this beloved who is maybe in need. And you're enveloping and wrapping up your beloved in this healing energy with a sense that there's an infinite well of mercy, grace, compassion, and love for both of you. And you're simply the vessel or the channel that this energy is flowing through. And as your beloved receives this divine healing energy, they start to percolate and awaken like a flower blossoming. Their aura starts to shine, and they're radiating happiness, a sense of wellness, ease, and serenity. And this delights you. And you both join hands, held in this beautiful healing light. And then together you notice another person walking up from the distance. And this time this figure appears to be a stranger, someone you've never met before. And you notice this person is also looking for something and in need of healing. So your beloved and you both send out this beautiful healing energy, perhaps a light ray or beam of compassion, grace, mercy, and love to envelop this stranger in this healing energy. And as you penetrate this person with healing light and love and compassion, they too begin to be restored and shine from their soul. The stranger comes into contact with you and your beloved, and you all join hands together and magnify this beautiful healing energy as you merge your light fields. And then noticing a final person coming through, and this person is perhaps someone you've become entangled with, a nemesis, an enemy, or maybe someone just cut you off in traffic, someone who is not your friend nor a stranger. Perhaps there's a sibling rivalry and a sibling that you have a rivalry with, or a frenemy that wants to emerge. And this person too, even this nemesis, you feel the overwhelming, overflowing blessings and love of this healing energy. And so it just simply makes sense to share that endless wave of the ocean of compassion, also with this rival. There's just so much to go around. And as your rival receives this energy, their features soften. They become more heartfelt and compassionate, loving, transparent, sattvic, and clear, totally at peace. And you feel that way too. Your differences melt away as the rival is welcomed into this group with you, your beloved, the stranger, and your rival, all together healed with this great mercy and compassion. Just holding this in your mind's eye, in your heart for a moment, this beautiful sense of unconditional loving kindness and compassion, without an objective without an objective or attachment. It just is. And you start to notice this is your true nature. Your natural state of being is this radiant virtue, this benevolent force of goodwill. For taking a breath in and exhaling. And then taking this experience and shrinking it down into a little bubble and putting it in your pocket to take with you. Maybe even working out any other things that need to happen here in this space before you bring your hands to your heart and gently coming back into the present moment. Wiggling the fingers and the toes, rolling out the wrist, stretching out overhead in your own timing. Maintaining this lucid state if you're ready to move into bedtime. And pressing down to come up once you've spent some luxurious time in your fetal posture on the side. Coming up to all meet me here, bringing the hands to the heart. And again, we're going to chant our mantra, Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free from suffering, connecting into that exquisite Piscean virtue of unconditional loving kindness and compassion. Breathing in. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. And bowing perhaps all the way to the earth, sealing in this beautiful practice for this Piscean full moon. If you have any comments or questions, definitely let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. How was your practice, beloved? I'm sending you so much healing energy under this magical, mystical moon. Namaste.